Serie A, also called Serie A TIM due to sponsorship by Telecom Italia, is a professional league competition for football clubs located at the top of the Italian Football League system and has been operating for over 80 years since the 1929-30 season. It had been organized by Lega Calcio until 2010, but a new league, the Lega Serie A, was created for the 2010-11 season. Serie A is regarded as one of the best football leagues in the world, and it is often depicted as the most tactical national league. Serie A is the world's second strongest national league according to IFFHS and has produced the highest number of European Cup finalists. Italian clubs have reached the final of the competition on a record 26 different occasions, winning the title 12 times. Serie A is ranked fourth among European leagues according to UEFA's league coefficient, behind La Liga, Bundesliga and Premier League, which is based on the performance of Italian clubs in the Champions League and the Europa League during the last 5 years. Serie A led the UEFA ranking from 1986 to 1988 and from 1990 to 1999. In its current format, the Italian Football Championship was revised from having regional and interregional rounds to a single-tier league from the 1929-30 season onwards. The championship titles won prior to 1929 are officially recognized by FIGC with the same weighting as titles that were subsequently awarded. However, the 1945-46 season, when the league was played over 2 geographical groups due to the ravages of World War II, is not statistically considered, even if its title is fully official. All the winning teams are recognized with the title of Campione d'Italia, which is ratified by the Lega Serie A before the start of the next edition of the championship. The league hosts 3 of the world's most famous clubs as Juventus, Milan and Internazionale, all founding members of the G14, a group which represented the largest and most prestigious European football clubs. Serie A was the only league to produce 3 founding members. More players have won the coveted Ballon d'Or award while playing at a Serie A club than any other league in the world, ahead of Spain's La Liga. Although the actual number of Ballon d'Or won by players in these 2 leagues is equal at 18 each if including the FIFA Ballon d'Or. Milan is the second club with the most official international titles in the world. Juventus, Italy's most successful club of the 20th century and the most successful Italian team, is tied for 4th in Europe and 8th in the world in the same ranking. The club is the only one in the world to have won all possible official continental competitions and the world title. Internazionale, following their achievements in the 2009-10 season, became the first Italian team to have achieved a treble. Juventus, Milan and Inter, along with Roma, Fiorentina, Lazio and Napoli, are known as the Seven Sisters of Italian football. Format. For most of Serie A's history there were 16 or 18 clubs competing at the top level. However, since 2004-05 there have been 20 clubs altogether. A season was played with 21 teams for political reasons. Below is a complete record of how many teams played in each season throughout the league's history. 18 clubs equals 1929 to 1934. 16 clubs equals 1934 to 1942. 18 clubs equals 1942 to 1946. 20 clubs equals 1946 1947. 21 clubs equals 1947 1948. 20 clubs equals 1948 to 1952. 18 clubs equals 1952 to 1967. 16 clubs equals 1967 to 1988. 18 clubs equals 1988 to 2004. 20 clubs equals 2004 present. During the league, from August to May, each club plays each of the other teams twice, once at home and once away, totaling 38 games for each team by the end of the season. Therefore, in Italian football a true round-robin format is used. In the first half of the season, called the andata, each team plays once against each league opponent, for a total of 19 games. In the second half of the season, called the ritorno, the teams play in exactly the same order that they did in the first half of the season. The only difference being that home and away situations are switched. Since the 1994-1995 season, teams were awarded 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and no points for a loss. Since Italy is currently rated as the fourth European country in terms of club football ratings, the top 3 teams in the Serie A qualified for the UEFA Champions League. The top 2 teams qualified directly to the group phase, while the third-place team enters the competition at the playoff qualifying round and must win a 2-legged knockout tie in order to enter the group phase. Teams finishing 4th and 5th qualify for the UEFA Europa League tournament. A third UEFA Europa League spot is reserved for the winner of the Coppa Italia. If the Coppa Italia champion has already qualified for the major European tournament by placing in the top 3 of Serie A, the third UEFA Europa League spot goes to the losing finalist. The 3 lowest-placed teams are relegated to Serie B. Before the 2005-06 season, if 2 or more teams were tied in points for first place, for only one spot in a European tournament or in relegation zone, these teams would play tie-breaking games after the league's end, to determine which team would get the best place. From 2005-06 season, if 2 or more teams end the league with the same number of points, the deciding tiebreakers used are head-to-head records, goal difference of head-to-head records, goal difference of league, most goals for in-league, draw. History. Serie A, as it is structured today, began in 1929. From 1898 to 1922 the competition was organized into regional groups. Because of ever-growing teams attending regional championships, FIGC split the CCI in 1921. When CCI teams rejoined the FIGC created 2 inter-regional divisions, renaming categories into divisions and splitting FIGC sections into 2 North-South leagues. No title was awarded in 1927 after Torino were stripped of the championship by the Italian Football Federation. Torino were declared champions in the 1948-49 season following a plane crash near the end of the season in which the entire team was killed. The Serie A championship title is often referred to as the Scudetto because since the 1924-25 season the winning team will bear a small coat of arms, with the Italian tricolour on their strip in the following season. The most successful club is Juventus with 31 championships, followed by both Milan and Internazionale. From 2004-05 onwards an actual trophy was awarded to club on the pitch after the last turn of the championship. The trophy, called Coppa Campioni d'Italia, is official since the 1960-61 season. But between 1961 and 2004 it was consigned to the winning clubs at the head office of the Lega Nazionale Professionisti. On 30 April 2009, Serie A announced a split from Serie B. 19 of the 20 clubs voted in favour of the move in an argument over television rights. Relegation threatened. Lecce voted against. Maurizio Beretta, the former head of Italy's Employers Association, became president of the new league. Television rights. In the past, individual clubs competing in the league had the rights to sell their broadcast rights to specific channels in Italy, unlike in most other European countries. Currently, the 2 broadcasters in Italy are the satellite broadcaster Sky Italia, along with terrestrial broadcaster Mediaset Premium for its own pay television networks. Rai is allowed to broadcast only highlights. This is a list of television rights in Italy. Sky Italia, Mediaset Premium, Rai. The domestic rights for those 2 seasons were sold for €1.149 billion to Sky Italia. International global rights for the 2010-11 and 2011-12 seasons were sold for €181.5 million to MP and Silver. In countries and territories outside of Italy, the league is broadcast on Adventure Time, Rai Italia, BT Sport, 70 Sports, Bein Sports, Benfica TV, Teleclub, Bein Sports USA, TVS Sporta Interativa, Fox Sports, ESPN Latin America, CCTV5, KBS Sports, Bein Sports, Astro Supersport, Compass TV, Neo Sports, TrueVisions, Mio TV, Sony Kicks, Fox Sports, Sport, Canal Plus Poland, NTV Turkey, BTV Action and Ring, Arena Sport, Digisport, Arena Sport, Supersport, Kuj Taser, MultiChoice, Intelevisia, Telelatino, Sport 5, HITV, Sport 1, Canal 9 Sportbox, Stoth 2 Sport and Bein Sports. In the 1990s, Serie A was at its most popular in the UK when it was shown on Channel 4, although it has actually appeared on more UK channels than any other league, rarely staying in one place for long since 2002. Serie A has appeared in the UK on BSB Sports Channel, Sky Sports, Channel 4 Eurosport, 70 Sports and Bravo, Channel 5, ESPN and BT Sport. In Mexico, Televisa Deportes Network HD 2 games delay in the week. Champions. Bold indicates clubs currently playing in the top division. The 2004-05 and 2005-06 titles were initially won by Juventus but were rescinded due to the Calciopoli scandal. The 2004-05 title remained unassigned while the 2005-06 Scudetto was reassigned to Inter. A decoration was awarded to Spezia in 2002 by FIGC for the 1944 wartime championship. However, the federation has stated that it cannot be considered as a Scudetto. The 1926-27 title was initially won by Torino, but was rescinded due to the Alamanda match-fixing scandal. Serie A clubs. For more details see List of Italian football championship clubs prior to 1929. Many clubs competed in the top level of Italian football as the earlier rounds were competed up to 1922 on a regional basis, then interregional up to 1929. Below is a list of Serie A clubs who have competed in the competition when it has been a league format. Seasons in Serie A. There are 65 teams have taken part in 84 Serie A championships in a single round that was played from the 1929-30 season until the 2015-16 season. The teams in bold compete in Serie A currently. Inter is the only team that has played Serie A football in every season. Serie A members for 2015-16. The following 20 clubs will compete in Serie A during the 2015-16 season. 1 promoted as playoff winner. Records. Players. Non-EU players. Unlike La Liga, which imposed a quota on the number of non-EU players on each club, Serie A clubs could sign as many non-EU players as available on domestic transfer. But since the 2003-04 season, a quota has been imposed on each of the clubs, limiting the number of non-EU, non-EFTA and non-Swiss players who may be signed from abroad each season, following provisional measures introduced in the 2002-03 season, which allowed Serie A and B clubs to sign only 1 non-EU player in the 2002 summer transfer window. In the middle of the 2001 season, the old quota system was abolished, which no longer limited each team to having more than 5 non-EU players and using no more than 3 in each match. Concurrent with the abolishment of the quota, FIGC had investigated footballers that used fake passports. Alberto and Wally, Alejandro da Silva and Jorginho Paulista of Udinese, Fabio Jr. and Gustavo Bartelt of Roma, Didier of Milan, Alvaro Recoba of Inter, Thomas Job, Francis Zediacute, John Ondua of Sampdoria, Jeddah and Dede of Vicenza were banned in July 2001, for 6 months to 1 year. However, most of the bans were subsequently reduced. The number of non-EU players was reduced from 265 in 2002-03 season to 166 in 2006-07 season. It also included players got EU status after their countries joined the EU, which made players such as Adrian Mutu, Valery Boyanov, Marek Jankulovski and Mariusz Stankiewicz no longer non-EU players. The rule underwent minor changes in August 2004, June 2005, June 2006, and June 2007. Since the 2008-09 season, 3 quotas have been awarded to clubs that do not have non-EU players in their squad. Clubs that have 1 non-EU player have 2 quotas. Those clubs that have 2 non-EU players are awarded 1 quota and 1 conditional quota, which is awarded after 1. Transferred 1 non-EU player abroad, or 2. Release 1 non-EU player as free agent, or 3. A non-EU player received EU nationality. Clubs with 3 or more non-EU players have 2 conditional quotas, but releasing 2 non-EU players as free agent will only have 1 quota instead of 2. Serie B and Lega Pro clubs cannot sign non-EU player from abroad, except those followed the club promoted from Serie D. Big clubs with many foreigners usually borrow quotas from other clubs that have few foreigners or no foreigners. In order to sign more non-EU players, Adrian Mutu joined Juventus via Livorno in 2005. At that time Romania was not a member of the EU. Other cases include Julio Acute Sar, Victor Obana and Maxwell, who joined Internazionale from Chievo and Empoli respectively. On the 2nd of July 2010, the above conditional quota reduced back to 1. However, if a team did not have any non-EU players, that team could still sign up to 3 non-EU players. FIFA World Players of the Year: Lothar Matthäus, 1991. Marco van Basten, 1992. Roberto Baggio, 1993. George Weah, 1995. Ronaldo, 19,972 and 20,021. Zinedine Zidane, 1998, 2000. Fabio Cannavaro, 2006. Kaká, 2007. 1 player was a member of the club for the first half of the calendar year. 2 player was a member of the club for the second half of the calendar year. Official match ball, 2007-2008. Nike T90 Aero 2, 2008-2009. Nike T90 Omni, 2009-2010. Nike T90 Ascenta, 2010-2011. Nike T90 Tracer, 2011-2012. Nike T-Row, 2012-2013. Nike Maxim, 2013-2014. Nike Insight, 2014-2015. Nike Audem. UEFA country ranking as of the 10th of December 2015. The coefficients are as follows. Last updated the 21st of December 2015. 01 La Liga, 02 Bundesliga, 03 Premier League, 04 Serie A, 05 League 1, 06 Primera Liga, 07 Russian Football Premier League, 08 Ukrainian Premier League, 09 Belgian Pro League, 10 Eredivisie, hourlies. Until 1993, Serie A matches were played at same hour, on Sunday afternoon, at 2:30 or 4:30. In 1993-94 season, Lega Calcio made a notable edit. a deferred match, scheduled for Sunday evening at 8:30. This format was changed again in 1999-2000, due to emergence of pay television in Italian football. Saturday, 2 matches, the first at 6 p.m. and the second at 8:45. Sunday, the most part of a match day takes part at 3 p.m., while a deferred match is still present. In 2004, due to presence of 20 teams, is also possible to play in midweek, on Wednesday evening, with some matches on Tuesday and others on Thursday. In 2010, lunch match was introduced, a match played on Sunday at 12:30. Finally, in few weeks, matches can be played on Friday or on Monday. List of Lega Serie A presidents: Maurizio Beretta, 2010 present.